I'm going to demonstrate how to insert a patch change into our sequence. Inserting a patch change is going to tell our software digital performer to save all the patches that we've selected so far on our sequence here, so that each time we open up the sequence, it's going to remember the patches or the sounds that we used, and it's going to load them up again. And your setup is going to look just a little different than this. I'm using the Apple software synth. You're going to be using the Juno D on this, but I don't have the Juno D available to me, so I'm using the Apple software. It's going to look just a little different, but if I click on the patch here, it's going to show the banks that I have available to me, and if I follow it across, it's going to show me where it came from. I'm going to remember that information, and I'm going to go to Window here in my menu bar, and I'm going to open one of these sidebars. It doesn't matter which one. I'm going to open the one on the right, and here where it says Event Information, I'm going to click on this drop down, and I'm going to go to Event List. And what I'm looking at now are all the notes that I've already played in. These are all note events. And here are the tracks that I've recorded. You can see I have my 3 tracks that I have here, plus the conductor track. I'm going to insert patch changes in these one at a time. I'm going to go over to this menu right here, drop down, and I'm going to go to patch change. Then I'm going to go to the plus to insert an event. I'm going to click on that, and you can see that that opens up this window that says it's going to insert the event in the 0 bar in beat 1, and those are 0 MIDI ticks. We'll talk about these another time. And then we have over here the square over square. This is the icon for a patch change, and you can see here it has acoustic grand piano, but that's not the sound that I wanted, because remember I wanted that cello sound. So I'm going to click on here, and I'm going to go to Strings Orchestra. I'm going to find where that cello sound was. So I'm going to find it here. I'm going to click on it, and now I can see that in the 0 bar, beat 1, I'm going to insert a patch change, and the patch that I'm selecting is cello. So that's good. I'm either going to hit my return key, or I could also click outside the event list there, and that will insert the patch change. There's one more thing for me to do. I'm going to just scroll up to the top here and just verify that the patch change that it was the one that I selected, cello, in 0 bar. And if I look over here, I can see that there's a new piece of data in my 0 bar, and that's what we made the 0 bar for. We don't want to play note events in here. We want to put in patch changes, and we'll have other types of things, control changes. If I click on that data, I can see it highlighted here, so I can see that it actually did exactly what I wanted it to do. Now I'm just going to go on to my next track. I'm going to go to the piano track. I'm going to select that. And there's the note events for that. It's already set on patch change. If it wasn't, I'd need to select it, but I don't need to. It's already there. So I'm just going to insert an event there. Also in the 0 bar, beat 1, square over square. And what it says here is, hey, last time you put in a patch change, you put in a cello. Do you want to do that again? And I don't really. I'm going to want that bright acoustic piano sound. So I'm going to click here, and I'm going to go to piano and find my bright acoustic, click on that, and then I will either hit my return key, or this time I'll just click outside of that field. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll to the top just to verify that it put in the bright acoustic piano sound as a patch change in the 0 bar beat 1, which is where I want it, and I can see the data over here now. Alright, so let's just do one more. I'm going to go to my drums track, and on the drums I use the standard kit. I'm going to insert another patch change. You can see here 0 bar beat 1, and it came up as unknown patch. So I'm just going to click on this, and I'm going to select the standard kit on my Apple Software Synth, I only have one drum kit, so I didn't have a whole bunch of choices there. I'll hit my return key, and then I'll scroll to the top to verify that it actually put that in. Standard kit, patch change, 0 bar, and I can see the data over here. Now that I did that work, I'm going to go File, Save. You could also use the Command and the keyboard letter S to do the same. Now every time I open up this project again, it's going to load up the patches that I selected for this, and I won't lose them. And that's the patch change.